What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little review for you of a pretty neat little knife that Fred the Lug sent me. Thanks to Fred the Lug for sending this knife and quite a few other ones. Y'all go check him out. His YouTube channel should be linked down below at Fred the Lug. Starting up to make some content, and he's got a heck of a collection, man. So definitely some pretty cool content coming out of him. Also has quite a few knives for sale on the Discord page. There's a lot of cool people that got knives for sale that that have knives for sale on my Discord page. Eddie, Milton, myself. All right, so go check that out if you want to buy from someone other than Blade Binge and support someone kind of a little closer in the community, I guess, maybe. If not, that's also very fine too. So I've gotten into the weeds of the introduction, so that kind of gives you guys an idea of where this overview is kind of headed. But without further ado, and that's probably false as well, probably gonna have a lot more ado, this is the Artisan Cutlery Tylos. Ta-da! All right, let's go ahead and get into specs. Overall specs: tip of the blade into the handle, you're looking at 7 3/8 right there. Blade length, if you go all the way back to where it meets up with the handle scale, you're looking at right at 3 3/8. Sharpened edge, cutting edge, you're looking at 3 1/8. I'm calling that. Let's get out the calibers here. Do a blade stock thickness check on it. Thickest part of the spine. Come on. There we go. 125 thousandths. Alright, we'll do right in the middle of the belly behind the edge. 23 thousandths there. And handle feels a little thin. Not uncomfortably so, but yeah, it is a wee bit thinner, I guess, than normal. 418 thousandths on that handle thickness. Really like the way that feels, by the way. Alright. Got the measurements out of the way. Geez, 2 minutes in. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Probably my favorite part of the review. A little bit of knife flexing. Kind of, not really. That's just rats. Usual suspect there. Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. A couple other size comparisons. Let's get out the Cold Steel Knives 8010, fairly larger, I would say, right? And the Demco knives 8020.5. that is a slicer variant, a little bit longer overall, but a little bit more comparable in size to the Tylos. And I'm trying to see cutting edge, a little bit more cutting edge on the Tylos there actually than the 80 then the 8020.5 slicer. I almost called it the 80 cold steel. Oh, we've got the thick boy out there. There is a thickness comparison. You can definitely tell that 8010 is much fatter, much more of a beefy knife. Cold steel. All right. That's my cold steel impression. It's terrible, I know. I'm sorry, guys. That is your Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Spyderco pair of 3. Alright, so kind of right in between those two, I would say. Almost, maybe identical, actually, looking at it now, to the pair of 3. Almost, with overall a little bit more cutting edge, of course. Actually, let's see. Overall length's the same as the pair of 3, but almost identical cutting edge with the Paramilitary 2 there. So that's pretty cool. Alright, that's your usual suspects. Let's go ahead and get out everybody's favorite part, the size comparisons, and probably yours too, I'm sure, right? There's the DeWalt frame and hammer and your 8-inch USA made crescent wrench. Of course, a staple of any good knife YouTube fella. Any good rambling dude on YouTube. Alright, couple more randoms here. That is your Benchmade Griptilian. That's your new breed EDC Clydesdale Loot 10 Tex design. One of my favorite designs. Pretty cool knife there, I think. Put up the Benchmade, put up the Loot. Let's see what else we got laying around here. There is your Grimsmo Knives Norseman. And here is your making its size comparison debut. One of my favorite knives of all time. Your Sparrow Strix. Check that out, right? Man, that Strix looks good. Alright. Put that up. Put that up. Stop talking about the Strix. Everybody's getting tired of it. There is your Kershaw Bel Air. And let's get out this YouTube guy. His name's Mattis something. Mattisfaction. Yeah, Kizer Knives Phoenix. Designed by Mattisfaction. Alright. Being kind of crazy on the size comparisons, I know. Alright, so that does it for size comparisons. Except for these last two. But wait, there's more. Nasslander 21st anniversary of opportunity. And your North Arm Sky High. Alright, so that really does it for size comparison. Let's get out the scale here. Let's see what this bad boy weighs. Feels pretty light, man. This is really a light knife, especially for your edge. I'm thinking it's under the ounce and inch ratio that everybody subscribes to, or nobody does. 2.6 ounces, yeah, definitely under that. Pretty awesome. 2.7 is what I got folded out there. Yeah, right between 2.6, 2.7. What do you want from an Amazon scale? Come on, guys. Shit, it's pretty close, right? All right, let's get out the pants. Got the old blue jeans. Now, while we're on the weight topic, milling internally, not really any going on. I mean, this is steel liners. I'm guessing steel. I guess I shouldn't guess. Let me get a magnet. I got a magnet sitting right here, so why should I guess? It's steel, huh? Yeah, maybe titanium. That might be steel on that back spacer. Got Artisan Cutlery right there. Subtly wrote on that back spacer. Pretty nice weight anyway, I guess is my point to that tangent that I just went on. Let's check in the pocket. So the pocket clip, got some frayed or fatter pockets, maybe kind of hard to get in there, not really too much of an issue, I don't think. A little bit sticking out, really thin profile on that milled titanium pocket clip, not too much sticking out, but a little bit there, right? And carries pretty comfortably, might I add. Whew, we're going to get in that front flip here in just a second, guys. Alright. Get out the tools. A little Weehaw driver here. Check out that pivot. That's a T8. That's a T8. Alright, so not single-sided and captive, but T8. There you go. Let's see. That's not. Alright, so not T8, T6 is what I'm thinking here. Yep, T6 on the body screws. You do have a lock bar insert. That's pretty always appreciated there. Alright, that's T6 on that one. And I'm almost positive that internal screws, actually, yeah, 2 screws internally right there for your pocket clip are also more than likely T6s. Not my knife. I'm not going to take it apart, but a little bit of a blacked out pivot collar too there. It's a neat little touch. Let's go ahead and get into the aesthetics, I guess, if you will. Aesthetically, I think it looks really nice. This is a 2023 SHOT Show special editions. You can tell on the back there with the almost paragraph they tried to minimize and squeeze in right there. Wish they wouldn't have done that, but again, they did. So that's pretty cool. Serialized 18 of 36. So kind of a limited run there, which is always pretty cool to have. China right there on the blade. Could have done without that. Designer logo there. S35 VN blade steel. Nothing wrong with that. I'm good with S35 at any price point almost. As long as I can pay the price point, I guess. Serial number, could have done without that. And, of course, Artisan Cutlery logo there. I think they could have went with all blacked out, maybe with the designer logo and maybe with that steel type internalized there. Pretty cool of that 18 of right, let me get a close up there. 18 of 36 serial number there though. So a little bit of billboarding, could have done without that. Aesthetically, otherwise, I think it is quite beautiful. Some really kind of like gold flake looking marble carbon fiber there. Really nice. And titanium, again, is what that's sitting on top of. Good lock bar access. No issues with the lock bar at all. I think, not positive, but Fred did tell me. And Fred, if you're watching, I'm sure you are, let me know in the comments. This is the one that he put the magnetic D10 in, right? I think he did. Not positive, but if he didn't, that thing is pretty cool, man. That thing goes, shake it, but once it gets close to that kind of event horizon or whatever you want to call it right there, it sucks it right in, and that D10, that's not coming out, it's not going nowhere. So that's pretty cool. One thing I dislike, one of my heavy dislikes about this knife, is this pointy ass flipper tabs. It does have jimping up here, which kind of helps give you some traction if you run your thumb up and push over, kind of like that. You can kind of get it like that. Kind of use the bony like tip of your thumb. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Yeah, no issues there. Now you can kind of index over like that with the kind of side of your finger and not really have too many issues, usually. But normal front flipper, if you go to push in on it like that, that is very pokey. Really not, really do not like that. And also in the pocket or close, if you go to grab it, that's another little kind of pokey point. But then again, I love the Strix, and at the end of the Strix, it does have a little pokey spot. So if this design speaks to you, don't let me hold you up. The T6s and the pokey spot on the front flipper are pretty much my two big downsides of that. Other than that, pretty cool knife, I think, overall. I like that back spacer. And I got your lanyard hole there if you need it, but back spacer, to me, I would prefer that back spacer over that. And a little bit more billboard in there. Artisan Cutlery again, in case you forgot, right there again. But kind of faint though, not really a big deal. Overall, pretty cool knife, I think. Really great detail. I think this is the one that's magnetic. Fred, let me know in the comments, man. Sorry if it's not, but it kind of feels like it when it's closing though. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate everyone watching this video. Thank you for making it so far into the video, me rambling on about this knife. Thank you again to Fred for sending it to me. Pretty awesome of you. And until next time, guys, hope y'all have a good day and y'all stay sharp.